Hey YouTube, I'm back for the last time today, this time with my wax empties for the month of September 2018. This is the biggest wax empties I've had in probably over a year, and I'm really excited to share this with you. So if you're interested, go ahead and continue watching. So I'll start with Bath & Body Works and then move on to other things. The very first thing that I finished up is a 3-wick from this year in Marshmallow Fireside. I think that the packaging on this with the gold, I don't know, diamond, I guess, with the 2 pictures is okay. But, you know, I think that there's been better packaging for sure. The keynotes here are toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, fire roasted vanilla, and crystallized amber. I believe those are the same keynotes that have been there for a while. This was made on the 172nd day, and this is an A9 if you're interested in batch. So as you can see, I mean, that was my doing, but you can see that the wax is still here. I've mentioned in videos before that in my new apartment, burning candles is a violation of my lease. So instead I bought a candle crock, and I will link it down below so you guys can see candle crocks that are available to buy in case you want one too. So I melt my candles in a candle crock. It can hold candles up to 4 inches in diameter, which I think this is just under 4 because it fits in quite nicely. So yeah, sorry if you think that melting it is wasteful, but I'm not about to violate my lease. So yeah, that's not a thing. And in fact, I'm kind of enjoying having the candle crock. On a level, I miss the ambiance of flames, but you know, it's kind of nice not having to babysit it all the time. You can just turn it on and then go. So yeah, I liked it. I thought that the Marshmallow Fireside just did fine in the crock. It lasted about 9 days. So yeah. The next one that I melted is Pink Apple Punch from this year's summer camp collection, or camp summer or whatever. The keynotes here are green apple, juicy honey crisp, and pink melon punch. Those notes have changed, but it's still the same fragrance that we've had a couple of times. Pink Apple Punch is one of my favorite fragrances from Bath & Body Works, and in fact, in terms of like spring and summer, it is my favorite scent that they come out with. So I will always repurchase Pink Apple Punch, and I'll be looking out for it on Candle Day in December. The next thing that I melted is a tester in white gardenia. I purchased it at the semi-annual sale. This is actually the first time that I've purchased testers. I've never used them before, but even though it's way smaller, it did work still quite nicely within the candle crock. It lasted about 4 days, and it was really, really strong. Like, I live in a 2-bed, 2-bath, and the white gardenia candle was an apartment filler. It was nuts. Like, I know gardenia is always really strong from Bath & Body Works, but that one was stronger than my Marshmallow Fireside and the Pink Apple Punch. It was crazy, but I really enjoyed it, and I like gardenias, so I would purchase it again. The next one that I went through is also a tester. This is in Honeysuckle Bouquet. I actually froze and then unfroze and then chopped it into melts. I like Honeysuckle Bouquet, but I thought this one was pretty light even when it was melting. It really didn't last me that long, but for what it was worth, I enjoyed it while I had it. Okay, so that's it for the candles that I have melted. Now I will move on to Super Tarts, because you guys know that I hauled Super Tarts back in June because I had never purchased from Super Tarts before, and I know a lot of people like them, so I decided to try them out for myself. And I have finished almost half of the items that I bought. So the first thing that I bought is Deadpool. It is fresh picked strawberries and Satsuma. I was really excited about this one because my boyfriend really likes Deadpool and I like Satsuma, so to me it seemed really perfect. But this one, Jesus, I could not stand it. Like, the first time I melted it when he was not home, and he came home and smelled it, and he said, "Why does our apartment smell like bug spray?" Those were his words. So yeah, I don't know if it's the strawberries in it, because normally I like Satsuma, but something about it was just very chemical to me, and it was so disappointing because I was so excited to have this, but I just would not repurchase it. I couldn't. It was like a chore to get through. But yeah, I mean, the design was really fun. It was red wax and it had like a black little blob or whatever, and it had the cross or whatever that Deadpool has. So yeah, like I appreciate the idea of it, but the execution just wasn't there for me. The next one that I finished was this Neville, I believe this is a Harry Potter reference, like Neville Longbottom, is that his name? I don't know, whatever. So I'm not one of those Harry Potter people, sorry about it guys. But yeah, this was fresh herbs, grapefruit, and marshmallow fluff. This smelled like vegetables to me and not in a good way. Like, I hate to be like bashing on Super Tarts, because like I said, I do appreciate like the idea behind it. I like where they're coming from, but just for me personally, these aren't really working. So yeah, to me, it just smelled like marshmallows, or not marshmallows, but vegetables, and not in a good way. I really would have liked more of the grapefruit and definitely more of the marshmallow fluff, because I could not smell any kind of like creaminess to this at all. So like I said, it was fun. It was a nice green wax, but yeah, no. Another one I purchased from Super Tarts was the Turtles Pizza Time, and it says basil, raspberry, and tomato leaf, and this one also had a fun design. They all do, so it was enjoyable to look at, but that was kind of the best part. So I liked Pizza Time more than Neville and Deadpool, but still, like, it was fun to have it while I did, but I don't think that I need to really have this to move on with my life and be fulfilled. So again, like I was really excited about this one because these smell like they would be good together, because I like earthy type fragrances and leaf type fragrances, but the raspberry just smelled too medicinal for me, and I would have liked it to be more tart. I think that would have made it better, but yeah. Again, it was fine. I'm not horrified. I'm not mad at it, but you know, I just wouldn't repurchase it. And by the way, I've noticed some people talk about the fact that with Super Tarts, the plastic is like really soft. I'm not sure what causes that, but yeah, mine were all brand new when I bought them. Well, like I bought them directly from the company. That's really what I mean. And yeah, all of the plastic on mine was like gooey and strange, but you know, it didn't like leak anywhere. So like, I guess I'm fine with that, but it's something I noticed compared to anything else I've ever purchased before. And the last one that I finished up has been talked about a lot on the internet, and this is Lord of the Melts Middle Earth. This is dirt, rosemary, and fresh mint leaf. This one was actually maybe my favorite out of the four. My boyfriend hated this with a passion, but he hates earthy fragrances, so I was not surprised by that. But I know with some people it's either like love it or hate it with this. I really liked it. I thought it was really interesting. I loved the concept of it, and I thought the execution was nice too. The rosemary and mint leaf were definitely zingy and tart in there, and you can definitely smell the dirt or the soil. So yeah, I liked it, but because my boyfriend like had a serious disdain for this, I need to make sure that I'm like sensitive to his tastes, I guess. So I liked it for myself, and I melted it whenever he's gone, but I'm okay with just having a one and done with this kind of thing. But like I said, if you like earthy stuff, I would totally recommend this one. All right, so that is it for my Super Tarts. I have a couple of Yankees, and then I'll move on to some Scentsy. So I finished up a Yankee Tart in Cafe El Fresco. I used this, or I melted it in my classroom. This is a favorite with my kids, and I also really enjoy it. It smells kind of syrupy and very sweet, but you know, still like a cappuccino too. So yeah, I love this. I would repurchase it, and my kids ask, I mean, seriously, all the time if we can melt it again. So yeah, I love it. The next thing from Yankee that I melted in my classroom is actually a votive. I chopped it in half. This is the Juicy Watermelon votive. Now, I bought a ton of these because on cold, I thought it smelled absolutely fantastic. But when I melted it, I don't know if it just became too strong or what the situation was, but this really gave me a headache. It kind of got in my mouth, like, you know, that kind of feeling. It was just so bad. So I wound up exchanging these at Yankee because, yeah, like I said, I really loved it on cold. It was actually quite tragic, but I could not deal with this in my classroom. And then the last votive from Yankee that I used up, I actually melted at home, and this is Mountain Lodge, very much so like a cologne type of fragrance. I thought it was fine for what it was worth. Wasn't horrified, but I wouldn't repurchase it. Okay, now the last couple of items I have are from Scentsy. I have never purchased Scentsy before, and I wanted to try some out just to see if I would like them. So I bought 10 little samplers off of eBay in some fragrances that I thought would be nice, and I've been trying them out lately, so that's what all of these are if they look very odd to you. The first one I tried out is, again, these samplers, and my guess is that these are for like reps. Kind of gives me that vibe. But yeah, this is a Sparkling Black Plum. I thought this one was okay, but it had a very body care-esque type of fragrance to it that I don't really care to have as home fragrance. Like, I can just wear that on my body. I don't need my house to smell like that. So yeah, I thought the Sparkling Black Plum was fine, but it's not something, again, that I feel like I need to purchase a bar of. The next one I tried is Aussie Plum, and I decided to pick this one up because, you know, my boyfriend's Australian, and it is true. In Australia, you can very like readily buy things that are Aussie Plum scented. This one, however, really smelled like medicine to me. It was not very good, and I would not purchase that in a bar. The next one I tried is this Coconut Pumpkin Pie. This was one of my favorites from the samples I've tried so far. I thought the fragrance of it was really authentic, so if you can find it, maybe online, and you like the idea of coconut shavings and pumpkin pie together, then I would recommend it. I thought it was pretty authentic to what it's supposed to be. However, you know, like I said, to me it was fine, but I don't feel like I need to buy a bar of it. The next one I tried is Pear Blossom, and this was a floral. It wasn't really a fruit. I like florals. I thought this was nice, but you know, just like Sparkling Black Plum and just like Coconut Pumpkin Pie, I'm glad that I tried it, but I don't feel like I really need to spend money on it in the future. The next one that I tried was Blackberry Meringue. This one kind of reminded me of the Sparkling Black Plum in the sense that it was very body care-esque. I thought it was fine, but I really would have liked a creaminess from the meringue that I just never got, so I wouldn't repurchase that, or I wouldn't purchase it in a bar. I also tried, and I'll move this back a little bit, I also tried a Watermelon Mint. So far, this one has been my favorite one. Like this and the Pear Blossom have been my favorite so far. I think that the watermelon kind of smells like Kool-Aid, but the mint smells really nice and zingy, so together I feel like they work. This one is one that I would consider buying in the future. Right now I do have watermelon buttercream icing or whatever it is from Walmart, and I'd probably buy a few more of those, but if I ran out of those, then I'd probably go back to this Watermelon Mint. So yeah, I thought this one was nice, but like I said, so far for Scentsy, I'm noticing that a lot of them seem to have like a body care type fragrance to them that I'm not really feeling overall. But I'm just trying to, at this point, like venture out and try new things. So that's kind of why my empties might feel a little bit random right now compared to what they used to be. So I have purchased a bar of sweet plum pastry and a bar of coastal strawberry because I know some people have raved about those and I want to try them. So look out for those in upcoming empties. But for September, that's what I've got. So as always, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.